back with Tyler Ivins right over here. Happy to have this gentleman back. He's actually technically with us every week on this show. There he is, number 44, Isaiah Victor, former Vol. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
right
me.
Down there, Mark Pankratz. Always have our basketball guy. We just have to close up shop if not for Mark in basketball season.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to you guys for being here. Tennessee improved to 2-0 yesterday. They beat Northern Kentucky. They'd beaten Mercer earlier in the week. 95-56, 39-point win yesterday. 23 points, 8 boards from Nate Ament. 20 points for Maryland transfer Jakobi Gillespie. 17 points for JP Estrella, of course, was hurt last year. He also got 6 rebounds. 24 assists to 12 turnovers, which at least is better than they had against Mercer.
Correct.
Mark, let's just look big picture. They played 2 games plus the Duke exhibition.
Yeah.
What have you learned about this team so far?
Well, I still haven't learned all their names yet because
Yeah.
there's so many new guys. But
Wait another 15 years and you'll find it a lot harder.
Yeah. What I've learned is we're still trying to find our identity. And you can see that in some of the statistics. And we're winning inside the paint points, but teams are out shooting us at the free throw line because we're taking a lot of jump shots. Nate's still trying to figure out what's a good shot, what's not a good shot. Jakobi is still trying to figure out the system. I think one of the things that makes Tennessee so hard to guard offensively is that we're able to read the defense. We curl, we pop, we down screen, we're moving the basketball, and a lot of that is read and reacting. And Jacoby's not had the opportunity to do that at previous stops. So they're still trying to figure out how to score offensively. And then, same old. Barnes is going to play the guys that defend.
Yeah.
And, we got to figure out some shooting things, but those guys are always going to lock down defend. I learned that we're a better team against Duke, not that, oh, no, we're not good enough. I think a lot of people coming out of that Duke game were looking at it as a negative that we lost that game.
Right.
I actually looked at it and said, you know what, for as young as we are and the new guys on the team, Duke is a really good basketball team, and I thought we played pretty well.
Isaiah, learned anything so far?
On offense, we see who's going to be our main guys. Ament, he's got the freedom to put it up from anywhere, anytime. I know Coach Barnes can pull the reins back and will if it's not going well, but right now he's got the green light. And Gillespie also. So, those are, quote-unquote, the hired guns. You can say that now. So that they're coming in and doing their job. And I've seen some progress from one game to another. Less turnovers in the Northern Kentucky game for Mercer. And then I also seen overall, I just think they're playing that Rick Barnes defense. I know, as Pankratz said, the offense is going to be a lot harder to master.
Yeah.
So we may see that coming along in the SEC season. But as of right now, they're making progress, and it looks like we have a talented team.
Tyler, learned anything so far?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I think that you have a great approach at your point guard position with Jakobi Gillespie. There's some goods and some bads to this, so let's try to get adjusted to Gillespie's game. The bad side about it is you're so used to replacing Zakai Ziegler and what he can do defensively. Zakai would slap the floor, meet you at the timeline, and go, I'm going to pick your pocket if you come over here. Gillespie defensively is not going to give you as much straitjacket as you're used to seeing with Rick Barnes' defense. And that's what I loved about the first 2 games so far is that you looked at kind of Rick, and he was on Jakobi the whole time going, this is the way you're going to play defense here. But the luxury that comes with Jacoby's game is how often did we see Zakai last year going, man, I really need 14 to 16 a night out of Zakai, not 8 or 6. Jacoby's going to give you a lot more of that scoring prowess, which leads me to that third question of who is going to be that third scorer. It's not as dire as it has been in years past because Ament's going to be important to you as Jakobi Gillespie is going to be as well. I'll take all that into consideration, but then ask myself, is Bishop Boswell going to be your third scorer? Can he develop that shot this year? On top of all this, and I know this is going to come off kind of hard to believe, that's a good basketball team that Tennessee beat yesterday. I know some people are going to go, Northern Kentucky?
Take it from the degenerate gambler.
Hear me out on
Watches
this.
that Horizon League.
Yeah, I know it's Kentucky and I know it's Louisville, but you can put them up there with the Murray States of the world. That's a good basketball team that we'll be talking about as a conference champion out of the Horizon League probably come March. All that being said, my favorite addition to this team this year, how often have you guys taken questions about, man, Tennessee just doesn't have a real true big in there. Jalen Carey and Felix Okpara, what they're going to be able to do this year, Carey, the Vanderbilt transfer, is going to beg a point guard to come into the lane strong and get put on his backside. I finally love that Tennessee has some size and some anger in the paint that we haven't seen since Charles Hathaway, some of the other bigs that we've had.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to that we're still trying to figure out our identity because we've been such a perimeter team with Zakai, with Meshack, and now we're more of an interior team. But the guy that you didn't mention that I think has proven some things is JP. You talk about the third scorer.
Yeah.
I
Welcome
think
back.
JP is going to be
You
your.
missed him last year.
Yeah,
I think
he's
you
going to
missed him
be
last year.
your third scorer. But I go back to who is going to be our perimeter shooter. That's one thing that I've learned is that this game has changed. Y'all were talking about in the last segment how football has changed. Basketball has changed to become more of a perimeter-oriented game. You got to be able to defend the three, and you got to be able to shoot the three ball. And we've not seen that consistent. We saw it better yesterday, but that's still my question mark. Can we shoot it well enough from the perimeter?
And you also got to be able to get the ball up court against pressure. We haven't seen it yet, but if you can pressure a team, they can't get it to their bigs because they can't get it past half court. So I think that'll be important as well, ball handlers.
Very good.